Hey folks, welcome to my computer. It's Mysterious JG. I'm not really doing a let's play here. I'm just doing sort of a showcase video on a game that I already did an unveiling video on. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 12. I've got the Romance of Three Kingdoms 12 folder open here, where I have patched up the game so that it's supposed to play in English. I'm not going to fake the funk here. I actually have attempted to play and played around for a few minutes before, so I know what does and doesn't work. But I thought I would show it to you, the viewers at home. I've got my Sangoku, whatever the hell it actually is called in Japanese. Sangoku, is that even close to being right? I don't know. But I've got that here, and it's version 1.0.0.5, although it seems to be refusing to show that here now. Yeah. The patches seem to be for... I got a patch that's supposed to be for 1.0.0.4. This patch doesn't seem to be for a specific version. I was kind of hoping that this patch here would work really well. There's two different patches, and I read up on how to install them, and I think I followed the directions, and I auto-patched from a clean install, and then I put files in the directory from other zips and RAR archives I got off the interwebs, and there's two different things that you're supposed to be able to play, and I think what's happening is the two patches are supposed to kind of work together, and one of them is translating stuff, the other doesn't, and I think maybe what's happening is one of them isn't installed right, or I did something wrong, or it's not working on the latest version, and I'm only getting one patch's worth of benefit, not all of it, or something. But we'll definitely see here. If we try to run this, oh, this is the one that actually works. Never mind. I was going to show you the one that didn't work first, but this one works. So let's do this one. First of all, I go deaf because my headset's turned up too high. But then we get the awesome, epic RTK splash screen in Japanese. Three Kingdoms Romance, I believe that says in literal translation. And then we get our intro. A piece of jade. A phoenix. A lasso phoenix. The Emperor, or somebody, is being given an underarm deodorant crystal. When one looks inside, one sees... oh shit, we know who that is. The land belongs to Toto! But not if... oh, Shang Zhang. Yeah, I guess Shang Zhang is here. She's firing a magical arrow, which turns into chains between boats. Pang Tong must have given her that arrow. Now we got a yin yang, and I don't know who this is. I feel like I've seen him in Koei games before, though. It's vaguely familiar, this guy. He's summoning a magical fiery phoenix, because as anyone who's read the novel knows, the ultimate battle between Wu and Wei was won by the one guy from Shu who showed up. Cao Shang's like, the flames! Running away, but oh shit, your shit hasn't been fucked up till it's been fucked up by Guan Yu. Now Guan Yu goes all Dynasty Warriors here, defeats 100 dudes with one blow. And again, as you know, if you know your history or read the novel, Cao Cao was killed at the Battle of Zhibi after being caught by Guan Yu. That's how it happened. The implication here, anyway. Yeah, so that was a neat little introduction. Worthy successor of the introduction from 11, which I really liked, and the introduction from 10, which remains the most badass intro ever. Not bad, Koei. So let's see. What have we got here? We've got load, new gameplay, online, edit officer, option, and exit game. This is an improvement over what I had the first time I played, when all this was, of course, in Japanese. Let's take a second to look at edit officer. We can officer reg or officer fus edit, which presumably means editing the face for an officer who's already in game. Let's officer reg. We can officer make, officer chung, officer del, age edit, officer export, officer import, RTKXII import. Let's officer make. It's going to sound like I'm making fun of the English in this patch, and in fact it is a bit of an ongoing problem where I think the English patch is being written by people who English isn't necessarily their first language. But that being said, it's incredibly ungrateful to make fun of the English patch if you need the English patch to play the game. So please take any joking comments I make in good humor. Here's a list of this guy's. As you can see, not all of this is translated here. Yellow Turban, Anti-Tyrann, I don't know what that means. These are probably the names of scenarios. You can write a bio for the guy. Not really sure what the point of that is, unless you just really feel like writing a bio. Maybe if you're doing some kind of multiplayer thing, you want other players to be able to read your character's bios. If I ever get around to doing a LP of this game where I let people submit created officers, I do not think I'm going to be doing bios for you. But let's select a face. So you can see our choices on created officers are fairly limited, and I was disappointed the first time I saw it because some of the grand old faces we recognized from previous RTK games do not appear to be here. That being said, I saw in the patches, one of the patches I can't get to work appeared to have brought in a bunch of custom portraits that I I couldn't get it to work. But yeah, somebody had portraits from like characters from Nobunaga's Ambition and stuff. And apparently you can bring in your own portraits. As you can see, you can have the face of Sun Saxi, who is of course Shang Zhang. A big problem that the English patching people have with this game is Heijin. That's who that is. I saw him in a cinema. I wasn't sure who it was. Big problem that the people patching this game have is that there are a limited number of Roman characters that they can put in. Because, of course, the game is meant to be displayed using kanji. And kanji, typically, one kanji carries an entire syllable's worth of information, which is more than you're getting out of Roman letters. So, in terms of complexity of symbols, of course, Roman letters much simpler than kanji or katakana or any of that stuff. But in terms of actual number of, complexity of sound carried by a single symbol, blah, 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 getting off topic. The point is, they have a hard time writing the names for these characters, so we've got to work with them. Like Emperor Jia, obviously that's supposed to be Emperor Jian. Jiao Cha, that's supposed to be a Jiao Chan. They got the cows. Good, that's nice. But yeah, they're really limited. Well, this is nice. We can see who. Hey, that's Xing Sai in this game, huh? Okay. I did not expect that was supposed to be Xing Kai. I think I saw her in the art book. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. That's Cao Cao's wife. Hei Shi. You don't even know who that is. Some of these. There's Guan Yiping. Some of these characters I probably would know if I saw their full names, but the shortened versions are making it tough. Where's Zhen Ji? Surely she should be in here somewhere. Oh well, whatever. So we've got all sorts of officers that we can choose from, or guys from the, from the game that you can actually play as. Sima Hui. That's where I just was. You've got Li Tong. I'm gonna embarrass myself trying to describe who these people are because I don't know who most of them are. Wen Pin. I don't remember who he is, but I always recognize him as having the coolest helmet in the RTK games. And, you got some of these guys, obviously, you're going to know if you know anything about the story. The Ji Hao's here. Zhao Yun. Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Lu Bu. Ma Chou is Ma Chao. How could they... I don't understand this. How come Yuan Shao gets his whole name and Ma Chao doesn't? Again, I'm complaining about an English translation patch which is completely free to me and makes it possible for me to enjoy the game. But still, it's in my nature to complain about Gun Ping and Gan Nin. And Zhang Liao, maybe they are one letter short of being able to do Zhang Liao. Wen Chou, they should have been able to fit. I don't know. Yan Lian, I thought that was Wen Chou and this was Yan Lian. I guess I got them reversed. Cao Ren, I don't... Meng Huo. Whatever. Point is, as far as created officers, these are the only portraits I know of that you have access to, and it might be possible to go in and port in new portraits. I could find portraits off the interwebs. I would probably have like, you know, I could always port in, get GIFs of ones from old games, or that's not bad. I want you to pull my finger. This guy's a happy dude. Hey, you. Come over here and drink with me. Yep. So, just looking at guys. He's a devious little bastard right there. And we got the ladies. For all 4 ladies who enjoy playing RTK games, they now have somebody that they can use as their in-game avatar. It's probably more than that, I'm sure. Chihao, you know, Dune, Et. It's always a chick with an eye patch in this game. Really don't have any, like, sort of ordinary-looking women, do they? I guess some of them are kind of quasi-ordinary, like, whatever. And we don't seem to have anything for 9 and 10. But if we were to do this, there's Brave and Task. I don't know this. We got Leader, War, Intelligence, and Politics. Charisma's gone. You can specialize in Spears, Cavalry, or Bow. Those are the only 3 ground units in this game. There's siege weapons, but we'll get into that later. Skill, I don't really know what these do. So let's not create an officer. Let's just back out. And, we say we'll play a game. I tried playing online, but that brings me to, I believe this is not translated, this screen. Hopefully I didn't crash the game by just even attempting to go here. I may have crashed the game by even attempting to go here. Ah, shoot. News from Game City. Lots and lots and lots of stuff that didn't translate properly. This is exactly... Well, I got my ID, and I've got a password somewhere that I'm not going to be using. Oh, I hate to think what's going to happen when this expires. Because I don't know how to go about getting a new one. Can I get out? Oh, I accidentally quit the game. Didn't mean to do that. No, it's taking me to Game City's website. Let's annul. Or confirm, or crash the game. Shit! Yeah, okay, now I'm back out. Options. Would have been really nice to get the options screen off haul. So you can see there's a lot of informational text that's not translated yet. I don't know if that's because I don't have the patch working right. Or what. System setting. These are things that you can actually set at the beginning of any given battle. Or any given campaign. I don't know what these do. And they're not translated. And I think I think the patch may be slowing some of this down. Yeah, I don't want to get back into this crap. Mobile Joy, I don't know what any of these things are. So, anybody watching this who's involved with the patchmaking process, take this as an example of ignorant Westerner who only speaks English and their troubles navigating through the game. And I would love translations for some of that stuff because I don't know what those menu options are for, and maybe changing them would help me. I don't really know. Once again, we've got our scenarios here. They've translated descriptions of scenarios, which is nice, although as you'll see, they don't really flow off the tongue necessarily in English. The Yellow Turban Rebellion, also translated as Yellow Scarves Rebellion, was a peasant revolt that broke out in 184 AD in China during the reign of Emperor Ling of the Han Dynasty. The rebellion, which got its name from the color of the scarves that the rebels wore on their heads, marked an important point in the history of Taoism due to the rebels' association with secret Taoist societies. Taoist, I should have been saying. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that translation. It's a little flat, but hey. Then Dongzhuo Rise. Probably should be Rise of Dongzhuo or Dongzhuo Rises, but okay. Yuan Shao forms the coalition against Dongzhuo. Dongzhuo leaves and burns the capital Luoyang and moves to Chang'an. Sun Jin finds the Imperial Jade Seal in the burned down Luoyang. Some of this, I don't know if this was translated by Google Babelfish type of stuff, or if somebody manually translated this. I'm thinking the English patches will get better as time goes on. And we got 159, rival warlords. Dong Zhuo's generals revolt. Emperor Jian has moved from Chang'an and requests aid from Cao Cao. Cao Cao brings the emperor to Zhuchang in October. Lu Bu attacks Liu Bei. Liu Bei takes refuge with Cao Cao. Yuan Shao declares himself emperor. That's probably the scenario that I would be playing. Guandu. Dong Cheng and his household are executed by Cao Cao. Cao Cao attacks Liu Bei. Liu Bei takes refuge with Yuan Shao. Cao Cao captures Guan Yu. Sun Ce dies and Sun Xuan accepts Han title. Well, yeah, he accepted a title from the emperor who was Cao Cao's pawn. But again, this is kind of... translation isn't very artful. It's just kind of bare bones getting the job done. So, you know, like I said, it didn't cost me anything, so... we'll see if these things change and evolve with time. Yuan Shao defeated at Guandu by Cao Cao. Red Cliff. Red Cliff is the defining battle near the end of the Han Dynasty. On royal orders, Cao Cao led an expedition to the south and conquered a majority of Jing province. He had Liu Bei on the run at Changban, yet Liu Bei escaped from his foe to the east and arranged a formal alliance with Sun Xuan. After some debate, Sun Xuan accepted the decision to fight back with Liu Bei, led by the talented strategist Zhou Yu, the combined navies. And then it kind of ends, and if you come off of here and try to... you can't really do anything with seeing the text, so that's... okay. Liu Bei and Chu. Liu Bei marches into Bashu. Zhuge Liang governs Jingzhou, something. Cao Cao invades Jiangdong and assumes the 9 dignities of a patriarchal lord. That's interesting. I've never heard... That's a big plot point in the novel, but it's never really mentioned in Dynasty Warriors. Liu Bei enters Bashu. Zhuge Liang goes to Bashu. Guan Yu governs Jingzhou. Liu Bei takes control of Bashu. It's a lot of descriptions of the politics. Again, I think in a Kawaii game that was translated to English professionally, they would have taken probably more liberty with the translation and come up with something a little bit more dramatic than, you know, that. Heroes of 3 Kingdoms, Heroes of China. And then there's one more bonus scenario that I think I got, which is not translated, and I don't know how this is different from Heroes of... I don't know how that's different, because I don't remember having 2 of these before I installed the patch. But let's play around with Guandu. Let's play around with the force that I wouldn't... Officer appeared. I think that's where I insert created officers, but we're not going to do that. Select force. I could play as Liu Zhang. Plays this guy's name, as I always forget. He was like an enemy of both Liu Zhang and Liu Bei. Plays Ma Teng, Liu Biao, Sun Ce, Liu Bei, Cao motherfucking Cao, Gongzun, whichever Gongzun that is, and Yuan Shao. I'd like to think that when the game's English patches come along farther, or even if it doesn't, and I just learn to play the game stumbling around off camera, I'll eventually LP it, even if the English is limited. And if I do that, I'll play as Cao Cao, because as fans of my channel know, I have already played RTKXII as Liu Bei, establishing Shu from its roots. I'm playing RTK10 as Zhou Yu, who is building Wu more or less from the first time he joins. So if I ever played this game as an LP, I would probably go to Rival Warlord scenario and play as Cao Cao from this point, because this is kind of the earliest scenario where he's got his own... I guess in the Dong Zhuo scenario he has his own area. But yeah, technically that would be the earliest point from which I could play as Cao Cao. But Rival Warlords is more like Cao Cao's starting to really get established. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do Guandu, and I'm going to play just a couple of turns as Yuan Shao. Difficulty I'll leave to easy, because I'm not actually going to play through and even save the game. Life can be historical, boost, or no. Historical will conform to historical fact. Longevity will increase over a lifespan. No will no longer lifetime and death. Again, I didn't pay for this patch, but I really don't understand what 3 is supposed to mean. Women as officers or as event? We'll stick with as officers. That means that women get to actually do stuff like run facilities, lead armies, whatever. Officer appears. Historical. Appear conforms to historical opposition to the city. Virtual. The city will be random to appear. Not really understanding that. History, events, setting historical events. That's... Even in past RTK games I've been confused as to what that means. Commentary. Yes. You can see explanation of game rules. No will not be displayed. I'll keep it on yes, just so you can see how it looks. But bear in mind that the commentaries they're discussing have not been translated into English in the version of the patch I'm using. Dies. Setting duel behavior in battle and ease of death of the officers. No, officers will not die under any circumstances. Standard. Officers killed in a moderate frequency. High. Officers will die with high probability. Income, harvest, and draft. Standard all forces. 2 self forces only. 3 other forces only. 4 extra troop income will be extra all force. Don't understand. Combat settings, watch battle, every battle, only player battle, only results. Input mode, you can use mouse or touch screen. I do not have a touch screen. Maybe this means something other than touch screen, but combat speed, average, fast, fast plus. Scrolling speed, slow, average, fast. Freeze select. No, the game will continue to progress during the unit selection. Oh, this is because the combat in this game is in sort of a real-time kind of thing, which is different for RTK. System settings, movies, background music, confirm. So we are going to play as Yuan Shao, easy difficulty with commentary. Pretty much everything is default. Let's do it. Oh, I'm Yuan Shao, and you can't understand what I'm saying unless you read Japanese. Fuck you, Yuan Shao. Holy shit, I'm dead! Yuan Shao! God of Commerce, motherfucker. Even the God of Commerce can kill you. Imagine what the God of War could do if he were here. Hey, let's go on Google image search and find lots of pictures of us having sex, shall you? Give me a big hug. I'm Liu Bei. I love to hug the peoples. Hug me. Let's do this thing, Cao Cao. Cao Cao! How dare you defile my magnificent banner with your, Cao Cao-iness. Cao Cao's like, bring it, bitch. And thus, we set the stage for history. John Feng says, Yuan Shao, I have important things to tell you. Without knowing what I'm saying now, you will never be able to win the game. You cannot possibly win, you know. Learn to read Japanese or you're screwed. You're gonna fail big time. This is gonna be worse than Grimmeth playing Sword of the Samurai. Yuan Shao, do you accept the fact that you can't possibly win? No! I think I just skipped more tutorials we won't be able to understand. Alright, so now we're actually in the game. We can acquire strategy, develop a secret plan, we can use strategy, military, personnel, diplomacy, reward and punish, district, perform do about districts. Again, I can't help but feel angry about the English patch because it's like I paid a lot of money for the game, but the people who got the money that I paid for the game are not the people who put together the English patch. The people who put together the English patch are not making any money off of me, so I have to stop complaining. Still, perform do about districts. I'm like, guys, I don't know anything about the coding of these things. I'm sure that there's a couple of people who would love to volunteer better translations for these things if they could know anything about how to code these patches, but I know nothing about that, so I'm worthless with these people. Let's actually go in and look at a city up close. We got Gaogan. Yuan Tan is running Yua. That can't be the name of the city. That has to be the name of the force. No, that's Anpei. Alright, well the city names, there's G. Ye must be up here somewhere. There's Ye. City names are translated a little funny. Here we see this. This looks like this city name was not. Yuan Shao, you are going to fail. You cannot win because you can't understand what I'm telling you. If you could understand my great advice, you would totally win. See? Look at that thing? The thing that's surrounded in an orange box? You have no idea what that is, do you? Without knowledge of orange box surrounded things, you cannot win. There's Liu Bei. Something above him is green. Yes, he has green things, and therefore he's better than you. See that? It's probably a market. Do you know for sure? No. We have a finder. The finder of lost loves. Yuan Shao. I continue to beseech you. Learn to read Japanese before you play this game. Or you'll lose. Big time. Yeah. Okay. Tired of clicking through this. See that guy with orange stuff underneath his name? You don't even know who that is, do you, JG? There is, like an amusement park or something. You build that when your Sims are happy with your city. Yes. And an ellipsis. When you click the ellipsis, Zhu Chen appears to rub his chin thoughtfully. We have a farm with Jian Chu in it. We have Zhu Sen and his market. Gao Rou has a market. Ken Zhen has a market. These are probably not their actual names. Gao Gan has a market. He is the leader of this city. Vacant. That's what they were trying to tell us before. This is vacant. So, what can we build here? We can build a market, which will increase gold income. One thing I have learned, thanks to a PDF kind of quick guide to the game that I found on the interwebs, also written in very broken English by somebody who, you know, again, not being paid for their work, but, and they speak more languages than I do, but the English is highly broken, but they explained enough that I understood. Gold and food comes in to your force, not to your cities. You have one pool for gold and food. So it's kind of like playing a Civ game, gold-wise. Food doesn't work that way in the Civ games, but the gold does. So don't think of it so much as a step back from previous games where each city had its own gold and food. Just think of it as a minor step forward compared to certain Civ games. So we can build a market, we can build a farm. Farms cost more than markets. I don't know if that means food is more important or what. We're going to use a barrack, which are used to recruit troops. Guard post increases fame and city defense. A plot, increase effect secret plans prev. Probably means prevent something. A smith that's used to build rams and catapults. The finder of lost loves allows you to search and employ officers or items. An academy, research techniques. Something I read means you need 2 academies in one city, and then you don't need any more academies for your entire force. I don't know if that makes sense. We've already got a finder. We've got 2 markets, 3 markets here. We've got 1 farm. We've got a barracks. Let's build another barrack. And let's build... Why did I build another barrack? I meant to build a farm. Build another farm. We won't build any siege weapons here, apparently, because I just wasted all of our slots where we could do something. At the finder, we could do search and employ officers or items. We could put it at level 2. Your buildings can level up, it looks like. We want to search. We can... Search item can be found. Employ can hire in adjacent cities plus POW. This would have all been in kanji that were completely illegible to me. So this is with the patch working, just in case anyone was wondering. But yeah, I don't really understand what they're saying here. So let's officer app. Spec off priority perform search. Let's have this guy search for officers. And then return. Is he searching for officers? Did something happen with that? I don't know whether this is actually happening. Confirm is not an option. What about search? That's not an option. He can search. Can he do an officer search? Okay. I guess I'll do what you told me to do. Apparently I'm doing something. Did that take up action points or something? I really don't know. What about you? What can you do? You guys could, he's already doing something. The market. Govern. You're already searching, I think. And now everyone just says Soji Tashimasta. Except he doesn't. Hey, the fact that Chinese guys are speaking Japanese is no weirder than them speaking English in the other games. Yuan Shao, I have a question. But you're not going to answer it. Govern. Automatic? I just moved people around to different things. I really don't understand this, folks, but this is it's a little view of what this place looks like. As you can, those are stats of the officer who's running the facility, but the facility itself, I can change what the facility does. Maybe troops are drafted automatically and I don't have to manually do anything. I'm not sure. I'm really not. So let's go to a different city where Yuan Shao actually is at. He's got a pagoda, but you don't appear to be able to do anything with it. Let's build stuff in all the vacant places. What's going on over here? Can I talk to Yuan Shao himself? No, lead strategist guy says, I have more things to tell you can't understand. So let's build an academy here. Let's build a second academy because somebody told me you need 2. This might be totally wrong, folks. Probably is. This place is at the front line, so it could use a guard post. And it's got 3 markets and 2 farms. Let's build a plot. Maybe that's supposed to be like an intelligence facility, some kind of, you know, Langley secret thing. And we'll build a smith. And then we'll go to a different city and we'll build stuff there too. It'll be great. Yuan Tan gonna come out here? No, Gao Lan's gonna be like, hey dude. Stuff's got lots of vacant stuff. I'm gonna go through all my gold building shit. Let's build more markets. Let's build more farms. This city's on the front line, so let's build it a guard thing. And let's build another barracks, and let's build more smith. It might turn out that having 2 barracks in the same city is totally worthless. I don't know. No idea, folks. Hey, I'm Happy Dude. Let's build, this place has a barracks. Seems like every city has a barracks. That's probably pretty important. Build another farm. Build more markets. Build a smith. And I'll build a guard post here too. And more of the same. I'm just going to assume you need a lot of this stuff. It's a commerce city. I hope so. I just put lots of new buildings in here. This is a normal city. Normal view. Normal view. I need more barracks. Normal view. Normal view. Build more siege weapons here. Yeah, let's do that. Who's gonna pop out and say hello in this city? Yuan Ji, the guy who actually shows up in the picture to the top left. That's nice. I was wondering if there's any correlation at all between who pops out when you click that thing and who's supposed to be running its city. Will this be Yuan Yi? Yes, it is. And he's worshipping at the altar of somebody. I'm whipping right through my gold. How much gold have I got? 12,930. This would be a place with secrets and lies. And technically it's on the border with another force, even if it's not a force that I think I'm supposed to be too worried about. Did I already build another barracks here? No, build another barracks here. And hope that that actually does something. Although again, I'm not actually playing through this thing to any great length of time. So, personal, move officers, diplomacy, reward and punishment, district, acquire strategy. Yuan Shao is like, you can't do that yet, GG, you have no idea what you're doing, do you? Obviously, you can't just acquire strategy. Maybe you can. Who the hell knows, really? Oh, you have to get Zhuge Liang's magical rollable xylophone to use strategy. Yeah, they're telling me how to use strategy. They're just not doing it in a language I understand. Okay, so we've got development costs. What strategy do we want to develop? We can seek, widen the scope of the recruit of your zone. Rumors, lower the loyalty and income of enemy city. Obtain, get troops, tactics, money according fame. Foods, money paid to officers is used to buy food. Change. Able trade troops, cards, tech via diplomacy. Stop the secret plan of the enemy forces. Block enemy's city can't request reinforcements. Visions, spread to the entire battlefield visibility. Push enemy's camp leaving the main camp. Close enemy can't return to the main camp. Ambush, all forces will be in favor of ambush. Silence enemy unable to use a secret plan or tactic. Empty, make gate strong, enemy fall back. And then ones I apparently can't do because I have to have dual. Snatch, steal troops, tactics, money from enemy city. So there's a bunch of different, I can't do these without special something that I don't have. But I could try to develop, obtain. And I have to figure out who's going to do that. You will do that. Confirm. Okay, they're planning a strategy. That's nice. Okay, that's something. Can we plan a strategy in this city too? No. You can only work on one strategy at a time. Alright, let's end our turn. Yay! Question. Sure. Everyone else is taking their turns? Alright. 2,206 Yuan Shao stuff. Okay. Outcome. This is telling me the food and troops in my cities. Can't really tell what's changed. Shen Pei is like Yuan Shao, yay, something. Yuan Shao, more things you don't understand. Yuan Shao, that number up there is... maybe it's really good, maybe it's really bad, who knows. Yuan Shao, another number is also highlighted. Tutorials continue to baffle you, don't they, Yuan Shao? Here's Guan Yu, he's got a red symbol to the top right. Do you have a symbol like that, Yuan Shao? I don't think so. Okay, let's go in and... hey, our stuff is built. Let's, what can we do here? Can we research? Yuan Shao, you can't research yet, you dumb fuck. You have to understand what this thing is before you can research. Also, a special technique has the effect of... what, that's translated? And the rest... ugh. I don't get it. Maybe I installed a patch wrong. If somebody can tell me what I did wrong, by all means. But here's the techniques you can research. My something 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 is not enough for these. But I can research spear stuff. Let's do spear attack up. Confirm. I will increase spear attack for my glorious Yuan family name. Yuan Shao, this is your turn. Don't screw it up. So they're working on the academy. Maybe you need to get 3 academies to have 3 officers. Maybe they were telling me to get 1 in one city because you can only research 1 at a time. And they need 2 different academies if 2 different officers are going to work on it. Maybe that's what's going on. What do we do at the barracks? We click govern, it just comes down to here. Ooh. Well, here's Genji. Filthy peasants! Automatic. Hey, we just assigned different people to different places. Genji's up here at the market now. This little piggy went to market. Market Genji. And who's this, Liu Shi? I don't know who she is, but she's got a sword. She's pretty badass, actually. Love a chick who can fight for herself using a sword. All about that. Wreck or heal? Wreck those toys! Barrack Shenpei. Okay, so you're just changing who's in charge. I think the facilities work by themselves. I think that's how it's going. They can't produce anything. Well, let's try upgrading a barracks and see what happens. 1,000 gold, it will go from 300 to 360. Ah, it's producing 300 troops, and it'll produce 360 per turn instead of 300 if we upgrade it. I think that's what's happening. What happens if I upgrade Genji's favorite market? It will do 450 gold, 450 instead of 400. It'll cost 1,800. Okay, so it seems like you want to upgrade markets a lot. No, I don't want to accidentally change what this thing does, though. So I'm burning through my gold in a hurry, but if I upgrade my markets, I should be able to get a lot of gold back to make it up. So yeah, let's yeah. Okay, so these cities are basically self-running, but I do remember that if you assign an officer to a facility, that the facility works better. So you want to make sure you don't have any officers that are just idle. Like this guy doesn't appear to be doing anything. So let's automatically assign officers. Now he's working one of the barracks. So it's producing 63. Is that what that means? I'm not 100% sure on that, folks. Let's upgrade the markets. I can't do anything with this market. Can't. Oh, because I'm on the govern screen. Let's click the market and upgrade it. This market. Ah! This one went from 300 to 350. This one went from 400 to 450 because having an officer in it boosts it by 100. Okay. I'm slow on the uptake, but I usually get there in the end. Okay. I got it. I'm starting to figure this out a little bit. So as long as nobody ever attacks us, and I'm not expected to attack anyone else, I can just peacefully, quietly upgrade my shit. And you know, I like games where you can kind of take your time and relax with it and build stuff up slow. I'm starting to enjoy this. Okay. So right now I'm just upgrading markets because I'm afraid of running out of gold, although I'm spending gold like water. This one I can't upgrade. Why can't I upgrade it? Don't know why I can't upgrade it. Is it... Can't upgrade this one either. Am I upgrading too many things? Due to lack of money, cannot increase. Oh, I've only got 800 gold. Ooh, shit. Well, I better end my turn before I start spending any more gold. Yay! Lu Su has become an officer of Sun Ce. An officer, but that's being really picky. Yuan Shao. Zhu Yu says, yay, Puyan, and other things as well. How much gold do I have? 5,988 gold. Yuan Shao in the non-P have story of buried items. Okay, non-P has buried items, huh? Did I search for items there and that's why you're saying that? Or are you telling me to search for items in non-P? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is this non-P? Or is this Anpi? I'm not sure. Well, I've got gold now. I could start upgrading my market some more. From 450 to 525. Yeah, I want to upgrade the ones where there's officers working them. Unless I intend to go around... No... well, he's the only officer in this city. Okay, well, let's just ignore what they told us about there being items here, because I can't figure out what to do with that. And, start upgrading more markets. Until we run out of gold, which will be very soon. This one's already working on an upgrade, so the upgrades are not instantaneous. Building facility seems to be instantaneous, but upgrading them seems to take a little while. So let's spend that hard-earned money upgrading stuff that's, I'm out of gold again. End my turn. I will lay a card face down in my graveyard and end my turn. At Wu, interesting officer named Gu Yan has been discovered and seems to be appointed to Sun Ce. Interesting officer named Sima Yi has been discovered. Ah, well, shit. I can't imagine that Sima Yi guy is ever going to amount to anything. Obtain! I've got obtain. Actually, it's like, yes, you've figured out how to do something that was probably useful. Good job, JJ. Technique. Infantry attack. Up. Research is completed. Excellent. And I got the sound of something good happening in RTK XI. Yuan Shao, you are the man. Shu Yu's like, building is completed. Their building is level up. Cool. Alright, I got this game down. As long as no one has to actually, like, ever go to war, I should be fine. Okay, what do I want to research next? Or was researching stuff really expensive? Researching stuff was probably really expensive. What is my, yeah, it costs 1,000 gold. It would cost 4,000 to do that. So let's do this instead. We'll spend 1,000 gold to increase our defense. We're going to slowly increase our infantry until we don't suck. Let's acquire a strategy. That costs a lot of gold. So let's not do that, because I don't even know how to use strategy. I do not require strategy! Of course I require strategy. I am not Yuan Shao. I got more gold though. I feel like I should be upgrading my markets, but it doesn't happen instantly. Upgrade this one. Upgrade this one. Not upgrading my farms. I don't think I'm gonna run out of food, but who the hell knows? $1,000 gold a pop. Upgrading this stuff is more of a long-term strategy, and I'm not planning on doing a long play of this. I'm planning on just messing around with it for an hour or so you guys can check it out. Yuan Shao, Sun Ce technique fame. Would like to wait. Yuan Shao, Sun Ce technique fame. Would like to created it. Fame, what's your name? What's your name? Cao Cao's harvest. He's got harvest now. Zhao Yun has become an officer of Cao Cao. Wait, what? The Dragon of Changban, or whatever the hell his name is working for Cao Cao? That ain't right. Liu Biao technique farm. I got a technique before everyone else, but apparently everyone else chose different techniques. I'm probably doing it wrong. There is building level up, folks. I'm getting 6,000 gold a turn, though. It's pretty sweet. Well, let's just keep... Let's play with diplomacy. Diplomacy is beyond your abilities. You can't even read what the game text is saying, you idiot. Let's see. Cao Cao. Like bad. Gongsun Du, we have an alliance with him, but he doesn't like us either. Liu Bei has average feeling towards us. Sun Tzu is average, Ma Teng's average, Liu Biao doesn't like us. Zhang Lu doesn't like us, and Liu Zhan doesn't like us. Liu Zhang. Maybe we should patch things up with Gongsun Du. How would I do that? I have to send somebody to talk to him, probably. And what am I doing? Am I giving him gold or something? I don't understand. Gongsun Du! How you doing? How you Gongsun doing? Ho ho! And I don't know what that did. My gold is all gone. No, it's not. There's just a blank next to it. I was like, I thought I just given Gongsun Du all my gold. Like, who I think he has? Sun Xuan or Grimmeth? Let's upgrade barracks. Let's not bother upgrading barracks. This increases fame. I don't really know what fame does. You guys are already working on a technique though, so screw it. Let's just end the turn. Save up some cash. Yuan Shao, Ma Teng technique charge. Would like to create it. Yes, thank you, broken Englishman. Broken Englishman has just got hit by the wet dry. He was he got done wrestling for quarters with Steven Regal. That's why he's a broken Englishman. Okay, he just told me probably that my efforts to reconcile with Gongsun Du failed. No, he's doing now. He's like, Gongsun Du, Yuan Shao thinks you're the bee's knees. Shut the fuck up. Yuan Shao, would you like to agree with whatever this guy's proposal is that you can't understand? Remember, if you choose wrong, the game is over and you will be murdered. So, you're screwed. This is an explanation of the diplomacy command. This has not yet been translated. You are screwed. Do not mess with diplomacy. That's what he's saying. Does not request get. No, does not present conditions. I give him... See, remaining 4. Influence of fame, Yuan Shao, large favor. Gongsun likes bad. Let's give him gold. If we give him... How much gold am I actually giving him? If we give him... We can make him really like us if we give him 3,000 gold. Which is the same as it would cost us to improve 3 facilities. And it basically means that I believe that would pretty much confirm he will never attack us, because we've got an alliance with him. So let's offer him a bunch of gold. Gongsun Du. We're going to give you a bunch of gold just because we want to see what happens when we do that. I don't object to this. Give me all the gold you want just to see what happens. And we gave him gold. And now he likes us bad. What? Success? No. Okay, so we just gave him a bunch of gold and he still doesn't like us. No. Let's try to get him to give us food. What do we... Do I want food from him? Do I want no from him? I was just giving him gold, and that doesn't do anything. He's like, no, I'm not giving you any. You gave me the gold. You were supposed to request the food and give me the gold in the same transaction, stupid. Oh, man. I hate learning the hard way. Alright, fuck it. We're done talking to you. Enjoy our gold, asshole. Technique, infantry defense up, research is complete. Research complete. Okay, I've wasted enough of your time. Let's try to attack somebody and see what happens. This is a tutorial on how cogs turn wheels. Military. We haven't done reward punish yet. Reward officer salary. Yuan Shao, you are going to do this wrong. You don't know what's going on here and you're going to screw this up. Stop now, Yuan Shao. That's what he's trying to tell me. Everyone's off. Loyalty is pretty good, but I'd hate to lose Genji, so let's, what is this doing? Damn it, guys! Translate this! I'm sure you've done the best you can at the goodness of your hearts. Military deployment. Let's attack. Cao Corp! This is the headquarters of the Cao Corporation. Yuan Shao, you are probably ordering troops to be deployed from that city, knowing you. Oh, no, he's telling us about officers' affinities with different weapon types. That's what he's doing. Gold Cao Puya. Reinforcements. Can I click on that? From here? Sure. From the Yuan Shao Corporation. Let's do attack. Let's get maximum. We got reinforcements coming. Puyan! I'm fucking you up, bitch! Cao, I'm coming for you, nigga! And, that's it. Oh, I can only order one attack per turn, so... What are we doing with the rest of this gold? I guess we could give it a Gongzun Do. Well, just in case I decide to keep this thing going, let's start upgrading some barracks. Upgrading gold needed effect. I don't understand what the effect is. But let's do the same thing here so we run out of gold as fast as possible. You can be upgraded for 700 gold. That's actually fairly cheap. You cost 550 gold. You're really cheap to upgrade, but let's end the turn. And now we're riding. Yuan Shao Force Commander Yuan Shao launched invasion of Cao Force at Puyan. Yang. Puyan something, Beiha something, Yuan Shao something else. Other things. Reinforce the reserves. We'll attack. We'll go with attack. We'll choose our officers based on attack and not based on MN. I don't know what. Oh, that's manual. Okay, so I'm using auto, and I'm going for maximum number of troops. Probably leaving my cities undefended. Puyan, motherfucker. We're coming for you too. Reinforcements was out from Beihai. Yuan Shao Force Commander Yuan Shao reached to Puyan of Commander Jihao Yuan. For defense, Puyan, Cao Forces Commander Jihao Yuan requests reinforcements to Jiapei for defense. Reinforcements was out from Jiapei. Okay, so it's Yuan Shao, Shen Pei, Tianfeng, Yuan Shan, Jushuo, and Chuyuk against Xiao Yuan, Yue Jin, Yu Jin, Che Yu, Mao Ji, and Sen Jiao. All those names I'm sure are wrong. Our secret policy selection. Upgrade rise combat power for whole army. That's our inspiration policy. I don't seem to be able to change it. Okay. So how do I do this? Begin battle. Yeah, war begin! Nice speech there, dude. Mobility has been increased. Let's select guys, and then do it wrong. You guys head up here. And you, Yuan Shao, lead the vanguard, your badass self. Let's get the spears up front. Let's get some archers backing you up, because they can presumably attack from range. Let's keep doing stuff. Okay, I don't know what taking over these camps does. Clicking on them doesn't seem to accomplish anything. I don't know what this is, if people can sneak up from behind me. Let's try to stick together fairly close, guys. Can you, like, support him, or... I think it's probably a bad idea if we get separated. I should let my biggest units actually lead the way, so that would be my cavalry. These guys have like 80, and my reserves all have 8 each. Maybe I didn't select maximum for you guys, or... I don't know. Oh, there's probably... Ooh, guys can come... No. Guys can come around the corner up here. I'm worried. Let's get Yuan Shao to do like sneak attack hacksaws. You guys come up here. It's exciting, isn't it? I don't know how this is gonna come out. I think I've got them outnumbered. Li Jian is ambushing us! Own forces will be ambushed. And Che Yu is using Godspeed. Become ambush. I don't know. How do I use tactics? Yu Jin is using Bowman. And Liu Jun is using Far Shot. Alright, well, let's get some archers up here to attack their walls. So they do not appear to be coming out. Alright, attack the walls. Jia Yuan is using Brutal. Use increase all attack. How do I do that? Inspiration policy. Oh, here we go. Yuan Shao, plan used. It's pretty exciting stuff here. I don't know what's happening, but it's a lot of graphics involved. There's no simple say, JG Mystery, you just used this at exactly the wrong time. This guy's unit is like almost wiped out. I am really getting my ass kicked here. Attack the gate. You gotta get in there before we get killed. Yeah, I'm just getting butchered here at the city walls. Far shot. They're just hiding behind their walls, beating the hell out of me with arrows. This must be what it's like to be the computer in RTKXII against me. My guys are continuing to attack. I don't know how to do any of the officer-specific strategies, though. Oh, here we go. Full attack. Deals damage surrounding enemies versus low... Oh, I just set fire to... Maybe. Is that what happened? Decrease surrounding enemies attack, taunt enemies. Yes. And now I can't do any of that stuff anymore because I've run out of stuff. I still seem to have the advantage in terms of actual men. Fall back. Who is that? One of my guys? One of their guys? Yuan Shao? I guess you're retreating because you got too much damage taken. Onslaught being used by that guy. Those their guys up on the walls, or? Gate brook. Yes, folks, we just broke the gates. So that's gonna change things, I suppose. Everybody get in there and fuck up some enemies. Chuyuk, enrage! Ally infantry use special attack! That was probably not the right time to do that, though. Okay. I can't really tell what's happening. Zoom in. Okay, maybe I can see better now. My guys are all trapped at the gate. Zoom out. Zoom in. Just... No, this doesn't really seem to be going my way. I'll try the spear rush tactic that probably didn't work last time. No, I think that's killing some guys. Onslaught. I'm about to wipe them out, I think. Come on, die you guys there, and then I want to get in a little farther and use spear rush again. Chuyuk, you're my MVP in this fight. Unless you're back here somewhere. Liton has ordered them to fall back, or someone is falling back. The losses seem pretty even. Are these my guys or their guys? Oh shit, Cao Ren's in there, he's not going down easy. But my guys are finally starting to penetrate. Shen Zhou is making his own men smarter somehow. Jusho, use fire on guys who aren't smart. That fire attack seemed to have worked. I really don't understand what's going on here. Sorry. Everybody start concentrating on Cao Ren. He hasn't used a tactic yet, but I feel like he's probably a threat. Maybe I was better off before I started doing that. Enrage! Oh, nice. I think that was useful. But it's hard to say for certain. Cao Ren's unit's been wiped out, but they're going for far shot, which doesn't seem like it would be that useful because we're all in close range. Cao Ren's unit is still alive. He's retreating. No, he's falling back. Yeah, he's falling back. Yuan Shao is like leading a personal charge to victory. It's pretty badass. The spear rush attack seems like it's pretty useful. It certainly made red Japanese letters appear. Li Jian has been forced to fall back. I think he was the guy in charge of the whole city. Heavy losses here on both sides, but it looks like I'm going to win this. Everybody attack him. I think that's what I'm ordering now. Presumably if I wipe out all of his forces, I just win. So now I'm just beating the crap out of this facility here. With nobody defending it, that should be easy. Yeah, its hit points are what's left of its strength of the city here. Is that a countdown on how much time I've got, or what? Headquarter taken. That's what happens when you fuck with the Yuans, bitch. Yo, Yuan Shao. Something something Cao Cao. Presumably means that it's VM. Jia Yuan was successfully retreated. Yue Jin has successfully retreated. Yu Jin successfully retreated. Che Yu has been captured. Mao Ji has been captured. Shen Zhou has been captured. Cao Cao, please probably have to decide their fates or something. Offensive side victory. Defensive side defeat. Xiao Yuan, whose assistants were led by Cao Ren. He's got like 1/10 of his force left. Yuan Shao's got more than 1/10. How dies. Okay. Jushu Shuo. Yay! Yuan Shao forces conquered Puyan. Puyan Jiepei. Something. Mobile Joy. I'd probably just earned credits on some Japanese thing. Sun Tzu Technique Troops Research completed. Cao Cao Technique Fame Research. Fame. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? They got troops. Cao Cao Forces Officer Zhao Yun has become under Liu Bei forces. Okay, well that makes a little bit more sense. Seems to have added warlords want to multiply. If there are additional military commander, may be multiplied, please select. Thank you, game. That reward. Let us reward the innocent and persecute the guilty. That's what your loyalty is already. Oh, you guys are all uncontent though. Force income goes down, but I'm. He said thank you very much, and then I forget what gozaimasu means, but I used to know that. Yuan Shao. Building is completed. I have stuff. Okay, so now she's in charge of Ye, because Yuan Shao moved over here and took over this city. What I think I'm gonna do here, just in case. First save. I will save a game. I'm happy with how that went, actually. I played this off camera. I tried one battle. I'd spent, you know, I guess I should have pretended this was my first ever playing around with it. I did play one battle off screen, and I did pretty poorly. So I'm glad that this went well. Now, if I were to continue playing, I would want to build probably some defensive structures here, build some barracks, and start my forces reinforcing. But as you can see, without really understanding the game, it's on easy mode. I managed to defeat Cao Cao, Xiao Yuan, and Cao Ren. It probably wasn't super easy. But this is definitely a force, Yuan Shao's force, that has the potential to take over the land. And yeah. Well, I hope you guys learned a little something about the game. If anyone has any ideas on what I can do to get this patch working better, let me know. I'm running version 1.005, I think, and the patches don't seem to be perfect for that. Or maybe this is how the patches work, and they just aren't getting tutorial text translated yet, in which case I just, you know, gotta suck it up and deal. But yeah, I think I've given you guys a little taste of how the game works. The diplomacy system, as I discovered for myself, I have an alliance with Gongzhou-Du, but he doesn't like us. I don't know why I now can't go in. Damn it! He's probably explaining why I can't do it. I don't know why I can't do it. But as you saw, there were sliders. You offer stuff, you ask for stuff in exchange, and the computer can accept or reject. Like, I offered it gold and it accepted because I didn't realize I was supposed to ask for something in exchange. So, and I thought that I could make him like me by giving him gold. It doesn't appear to work quite like that. But you saw some of that. The reward and punish I didn't really get around to. Punish is, you can deal with prisoners. If you banish or execute your officers, fame will be lost. Release, annul, execute. Let's release Maoji. Release him? He's probably saying something like, you show too much mercy to your enemies, you will never succeed. And I believe I just got a fame increase. What would happen if instead I kill this guy for being silly looking? You want to kill this guy just for being silly looking? He's like, you're an asshole. Oh. And I think my fame either didn't change or went down. So there you go. You can. That's nice. You can go in and deal with people on your own time. You don't have to deal with them the instant you capture them, and have that be the only opportunity you ever have to decide. Which is nice because, as in my other LPs, I've occasionally screwed up and didn't recognize that I captured a sworn enemy of the person I was playing as and released them, and I was like, oh shit, I should have executed you. Yeah. District. I can create a district. I could make a district of these two cities and put Yuan Ji in charge of them. So did that actually happen? Ah, see, these things are grayed out. I can no longer do things. He's now taking care of them for me. Okay. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we can make districts at will, apparently. Possibly I needed characters of certain abilities that I happen to have and couldn't have done that with others. Military, you basically can deploy or transport. So, transfer. Gold City, yay. Select him to do it. Send half of our troops to Ye. That's... oh, so whatever city you're in, they send troops. So I just sent troops from here to Ye. They probably didn't arrive immediately. So, okay, so that's how that works. That's nice. Personnel, you can move or you can summon. Diplomacy. We saw how that basically works. District. Cities. The facilities take care of themselves. They're on auto. But you can improve them. Governing them, it means you assign an officer to actually run them. That improves them. So the more officers you have, the more you can do. But even if you only have 1 or 2 officers, your force can still generate gold and food. It's just going to generate it much faster if you have officers working on it. And I would assume that their political scores impact how well they do that. Facility means I can change this to something else, or I could expand it to level 2. And that means I spend gold to make it generate more of what it does in the future. Okay, yeah, all this makes sense. I'm following. And you can acquire strategy, but that costs you gold. And use strategy in battle. So you probably don't really need to have a... oh, there's more tabs. They probably show you... ah. Okay. So there's probably not much point in having a bunch of strategies lying around in reserve, but you want to make sure you've got 1 or 2 good ones around. Yeah, all in all, I think I'm getting it, sort of, a little. But I don't think I'll be LPing this thing until the English translation's a little bit stronger. But I hope that you've enjoyed exercise. Oh. This is probably some kind of tutorial that is not translated in English, so it won't be of any use to me. But, map. Info. Yeah, alright. Officers. That's officers in this city. Oh, officers have skills I can learn about here. Tactics. Skill. Tactics is what I was really thinking of. Is there a way I can get the entire officer list for my whole force? I think this is like every character in the game as opposed to people on my force. I'm wondering what Shen Zhou's special skill was, but I don't remember where she ended up. I think Shen Zhou was here, wasn't she? Well, who's this? Liu Shi. I don't know who she is. Oh, wow, they translated the bios for the officers, but not the tutorials? Huh. A concubine to Yuan Shao and mother to Yuan Shang. After the Battle of Guandu, she suggested that Yuan Shao make Shang his successor. When Shao died, she plotted with Shen Pi and others to make Shang the new ruler. Her first step in this was to have the other 5 wives killed. Yeah, I remember her. She was a pretty nasty piece of work. Shen Qi, daughter of Zhen Yi, a woman of peerless beauty. She was married to Yuan Shao's second son, Yuan Ji. However, when Cao Cao captured Ji, his son, Cao Pi, fell in love with her and immediately made her his wife. There you go. What about Yuan Shao himself? See, this is weird. Maybe I did something wrong with the patch. The biographies are translated, but the tutorials and the story segments are not. That is beyond weird to me, but maybe I did something wrong with the patch and there's some file it's supposed to be pulling from for the tutorials that I don't have properly. Yuan Shao, son of the prestigious Yuan family who led the coalition against Dong Zhuo. Afterwards, fought for domination of the Central Plains with Cao Cao, but was ultimately ruined by his indecisiveness, suffered a great loss in the Battle of Guandu. Hey, somewhere in this force I gotta have Zhang He. He's not in this city. Yeah, Zhang He's gotta be in my force. Where's he? Maybe I haven't recruited him yet? Maybe I'm supposed to be recruiting him. Or maybe his name is unrecognizable in this patch or is translated slightly differently. Now there he is. Zhang He. This is the guy, folks. This is the guy who in Dynasty Warriors has butterfly wings. Officer of Wei, served under Yuan Shao, but a plot of Tuo's whatever, force him and Guaolan to submit to Cao Cao. Acted mostly in the campaign against Shu, and surrounded and eliminated Masu at the Battle of Jieting. Ultimately, yeah, Zhang He, he's one of the guys, I don't know why Dynasty Warriors interprets him the way that they do. I execute him and... Oh, hold on, I'm talking about stuff that happened in my RTK10 LP before it's been made public. So, spoiler alert, but yeah, I capture Zhang He and I have to execute him because he's just too big of a threat. Zhuge Liang in the novel has this big plan that's built up, and this whole battle is basically set up just so they can capture and kill Zhang He, because Zhang he considers to be one of the greatest threats to Shu. So he really is a very capable, excellent general who, for some reason in Dynasty Warriors, is given Freddy Krueger claws and angel wings and is goofy as all get out. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit of something about the game. I've given you a little taste of how the game works, so you can decide whether you think this game looks awesome and you're like desperately hoping it'll come out in English. Or maybe I made you realize that, oh, you know, I really like the way that 10 played and not this, or I really love the way 11 played and this is changing stuff and I don't like it. I can't have done any worse than provide you guys with a little bit of new information. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm calling it a video now. When I come back, it probably won't be for a long time. But when I do come back, hopefully, I'll have figured out how to get the game working better in English, and maybe even be able to figure out how to do created officers and get a full-fledged Let's Play of this going. Hopefully, the first English language Let's Play of the game. We'll see what happens, folks. This has been Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching. And take care of yourselves out there. Be good. Bye-bye.